The first 140 years of public railways used steam motive power. Steam locomotives have no place in a modern transport system. They are in the world of entertainment. Early in the morning, Carnforth's industrial shunter pulls Flying Scotsman out of the shed to prepare for an afternoon trip to Leeds. The handbrake is screwed tightly on. The water level is checked in the tender. And in the boiler. In steam days, fire lighting was done from engines already in steam. Today, we start from scratch. Wood is placed in the fire grate. Paraffin is poured onto the shovel and then sprinkled over the wood in the grate. A locomotive boiler is a plain cylinder with 100 or more tubes surrounded by water, through which the hot gases pass on their way from the firebox to the chimney. Rags are soaked, lit, and then placed on top of the wood. Preparing a steam engine is dirty work. Years ago it was an onerous chore. Now it is creative activity, thoroughly enjoyed by full-time and weekend enthusiasts. Coal is carefully dropped over the burning wood and the fire left to burn gently so that the boiler warms through at an even rate. Now it is time to oil the engine. Journals are lubricated by spring-loaded felt pads. The tails of the pads dip into an oil tray. The ends of the coupling rods and motion bearings are hollow. The oil sealing corks are removed and the reservoir filled with oil. When the motion is going round, the corks sealing the oil help the bearing to breathe. There are about 100 oiling points. Not one must be missed. Smaller bearing surfaces are lubricated from oil boxes. Oil is siphoned from the box through worsted tails, or trimmings, as they're sometimes called, into tubes, which allow drops of oil to reach the bearing surfaces. The atomizing valve is opened. Oil mixed with steam atomizes on its way to the cylinders and helps lubricate the pistons as they move to and fro. Some oiling points are concealed under the covers in the foot plating. Mechanical pumps, using a much thicker oil, which is able to withstand high temperatures, feed oil into each end of the cylinder. Flying Scotsman is a 3-cylinder engine, and it is necessary to go underneath to lubricate the middle connecting rod. As the coal burns through and the boiler gets warmer, more coal is placed in the firebox. The back corners of the box, which is 7 foot square, have to be filled. Sometimes, if the coal is very sooty, the smokebox door is opened and the soot cleared out. Too much soot in the smokebox and tubes stops the boiler raising steam. Once the boiler has made steam, the jet, or blower, is opened. This creates a strong draft through the tubes, and steam is raised much quicker. More coal is fed onto the grate, especially into the back corners of the box. The water level in the boiler is now checked, and the injector, which feeds water into the boiler, tried out. 50 gallons of water are blown through the injector into the boiler every minute. Once the boiler pressure reaches over 100 pounds per square inch, there is sufficient steam to work the brake and to move the engine. After the handbrake is taken off, vacuum is created in the train pipe and reservoir by means of a small air ejector, and brakes are taken off. The reverser is placed in full forward gear. The regulator is opened, admitting steam to the cylinders. The pistons thrust forward, and Flying Scotsman goes to take on coal and water. Everyone helps with coaling and watering. Flying Scotsman holds 9 tons of coal and 5,000 gallons of water. There is a real bright, dancing fire sloping down from the firehole door and a full head of steam as Flying Scotsman hauls 600 passengers in 13 coaches from Carnforth to Leeds. Each passenger has paid 30% of his fare towards the cost of the engine's day out and its future life. For one afternoon, Flying Scotsman has been alive in the world of show business.